Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Chit-chat, your cozy English break with Gavin and Kate. Today we're diving into something warm, comforting, and surprisingly cheap: tea and coffee.
Yes, the two drinks that basically run the world. Some people say I can't start my day without coffee. Others say tea is my peaceful moment. And honestly, both groups are right.
Tea and coffee aren't just drinks, they're many lifestyles. When you ask someone tea or coffee, you're not just asking about taste, you're asking about their vibe, their personality, their whole energy.
Exactly. Tea people and coffee people live different lives. Coffee people are like, let's go, let's do things, let's wake up and conquer the world. And tea people are like, let's sit down and talk about our feelings.
I'm definitely a tea person.
And I'm the coffee addict in this relationship.
Right. Gavin wakes up and immediately looks like he needs an espresso just to open his eyes.
Coffee is my emotional support beverage.
Tea is my relaxation strategy.
And that's what makes this topic fun, because you realize what people drink often reflects their personality and sometimes their culture too.
Let's start with mornings because morning routines say so much about a person.
Yes, a coffee morning is like this. Alarm rings, you open one eye, you whisper, "Why?" Then you drag yourself to the kitchen, press a button, and hope caffeine saves your soul.
A tea morning, on the other hand, starts slowly. You boil water, you choose a cup, you breathe in the steam, you stare out the window like an old philosopher.
This is why tea people live longer. They actually relax.
And coffee people get things done.
Exactly. Different skills.
Something really interesting is how different cultures build different relationships with tea and coffee.
Yes. For example, in the UK, tea is practically a national identity. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual, it's comfort, it's social.
And it's also a solution to everything. Feeling sad? Have some tea. Feeling stressed? Tea. Celebrating something? Tea. Someone broke your heart? Extra tea.
Tea is the UK's emotional healthcare system.
Meanwhile, in the US, coffee is the default. People walk around cities holding giant cups of iced coffee the size of their heads.
Yes, iced coffee is not a drink, it's a lifestyle. Americans treat coffee like fuel. They don't sip it, they operate on it.
And they drink coffee at all hours: morning, afternoon, evening, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. coffee drinkers are chaotic. Heroes, but chaotic.
In Chinese-speaking cultures, tea has a special meaning too, not just as a drink, but as a way of creating connection.
Yes, I love that. The idea of cha, having tea, is often a way to say, let's sit down and talk. Let's spend time together. Let's slow down.
In families, tea is part of hospitality. When someone visits, you offer tea. When you catch up with family or friends, you drink tea. When you want to show respect, you serve tea.
And tea ceremonies show how tea is not just a drink, but an experience.
Right. You watch the leaves open, smell the aroma, taste the first sip slowly. It's mindfulness before mindfulness became trendy.
Coffee culture in the West is different. It's social too, but in another way. Going for coffee equals going on a date, meeting a friend, catching up, networking, or pretending to be productive in a cafe.
Cafe shops are like modern living rooms. People sit there with laptops, headphones, and one cup of coffee that lasts 3 hours.
And the cafe atmosphere is part of the experience. Soft music, wooden tables, a plant in the corner, baristas with artistic tattoos.
Every cafe looks the same but feels different.
Let's talk personality stereotypes, because they're fun. Tea drinkers are often described as calm, thoughtful, sensitive, gentle.
I accept.
And coffee drinkers are intense, energetic, ambitious, maybe slightly addicted.
Honest.
But actually, it's mixed. I know tea drinkers who are chaotic and coffee drinkers who are peaceful.
True, but the stereotypes are cute and sometimes accurate. Tea equals cozy, coffee equals powerful.
Tea is like a hug. Coffee is like a slap.
A loving slap.
And the drink you order also tells people something. Someone who orders plain black coffee? Serious, efficient, no drama.
Someone who orders oat milk vanilla honey latte with extra foam? Creative, sensitive, has a Pinterest board.
Someone who orders bubble tea with 30% sugar? Fun, youthful, playful.
Someone who orders green tea? Probably tired but trying to be healthy.
Someone who orders matcha latte? Aesthetic, definitely owns a nice notebook.
Someone who drinks herbal tea? Healing from something emotional. Something special about tea is the ritual. It slows the whole world down. Boiling water, choosing a cup, watching the color change. It feels grounding.
Yes, tea has this softness to it. A lot of people drink tea when they want comfort. It's like a little, it's okay, in a cup.
Exactly. That's why people drink tea when they're stressed, upset, or overwhelmed. In many cultures, including the UK, tea is almost emotional first aid.
And there's something almost therapeutic about holding a warm mug with two hands. It's like a portable safe space.
Tea says, slow down, breathe, you're here.
Meanwhile, coffee says, we've got things to do, move.
Two kinds of motivation.
Let's be honest, for many adults, coffee is survival juice.
Yes, it's not even about taste sometimes. It's about function.
Especially in Western work culture, people say things like, I can't function without coffee. Don't talk to me before my coffee. This is my personality today, just coffee.
And the workplace coffee machine is a social hub. People gather around it like villagers meeting at the town well.
That's so true. You meet coworkers there, complain about meetings, bond over how tired you are.
And you always hear someone say, this coffee is terrible, but still drink it anyway.
Because workplace coffee is not a drink, it's a shared trauma.
Something really interesting is how coffee culture looks different in Asia compared to the West.
Yes, in many Asian countries, cafe culture is huge, but it's more aesthetic and relaxing. People go to cafes to sit for hours, work, socialize, read, and the vibe is often quiet, clean, minimalistic.
And the drinks look beautiful. Colorful lattes, layered drinks, matcha everything.
Meanwhile, in the US or UK, coffee culture can be more about speed. People grab a coffee to go, drink it while walking, while commuting, while checking emails.
That's such a big difference. To-go culture. In many Asian places, coffee is something you sit down with.
In the West, coffee is something you run around with.
Both are nice in their own ways. One is slow living, one is fast living. Tea also carries cultural meaning in many Asian families. Like in Chinese culture, drinking tea with family members can represent respect, care, and connection.
Yes, and it's not just drinking tea, it's making tea. The act itself feels intimate. Someone prepares tea for you and you sit down together. It's quiet, slow, and full of presence.
Right. Tea can say things words don't have to. Like, I care about you. Sit down, rest, stay a while.
I love that. Western culture doesn't always use tea that way. Tea is more casual, less symbolic.
But in many Asian cultures, tea is almost emotional language.
Coffee has its own meaning too, especially in dating culture.
Yes, let's grab coffee is basically code for, I want to get to know you. I want to talk. I'm curious about you.
And is low pressure. You can meet for 20 minutes or stay for 2 hours. It's flexible.
Tea dates exist too, but coffee date is a universal phrase.
And many relationships literally begin with a cup of coffee.
A lot of friendships too. You meet someone new and say, want to grab a coffee? It's safe, casual, open.
Let's talk about the chaos when a tea person and a coffee person are in a relationship.
Chaos? You mean us?
Exactly. Picture this. I'm making strong coffee at 7 a.m. You're quietly preparing chamomile tea.
Coffee energy meets tea energy.
Yes, I'm like, let's start the day. And you're like, let's reflect on life.
Balance. Tea people slow down coffee people. Coffee people wake up tea people.
It works beautifully most days.
Except when you make espresso at 6 p.m.
That was one time.
It was 3 times.
Okay, fine.
Tea and coffee also have different aesthetics. Tea is soft, delicate, quiet.
Yes, pastel colors, thin cups, steam, gentle shapes.
Coffee is earthy, strong, dark, cozy.
Wooden tables, leather seats, warm lights, deep colors.
Tea is a poem. Coffee is a novel.
Tea is a nap. Coffee is an alarm clock.
Tea whispers. Coffee shouts.
But both are beautiful.
You also have tea friends and coffee friends. A tea friend is someone you talk to slowly, deeply.
Yes, the friend you can sit with quietly.
And a coffee friend is someone you get energetic with. You make plans, brainstorm ideas, laugh loudly.
Both types are essential. Both make life better.
One really fun thing is how people talk about tea and coffee in casual English. There are so many soft, natural phrases people use without even thinking.
Yes, like when people say, I need a pick-me-up. That usually means coffee.
Or, I'm in the mood for something cozy. That usually means tea.
And the classic, do you want a cup? It doesn't say tea or coffee, but somehow everyone understands.
Context gives it away. If it's morning and you look tired, coffee. If it's evening and you look stressed, tea.
And then there's the polite British phrase, fancy a cuppa? That's basically, would you like some tea? But in the cutest way.
Americans don't say cuppa, but they say, wanna grab a coffee? It's casual, friendly, easy.
It's amazing how a drink can carry such emotional meaning.
I think everyone has moments when a warm drink feels like emotional support. You're not drinking it for taste, you're drinking it for comfort.
Yes, tea especially feels like you're gently telling yourself, you're okay.
Coffee can be comfort too, especially when you're overwhelmed and need a moment to breathe. Sometimes holding a warm cup is grounding.
I feel like humans just love warmth. Warm food, warm lights, warm blankets, warm drinks. We're all basically cats.
Friendship, love, and a warm drink, that's all you need.
Okay, we have to talk about something important. Making tea wrong in the UK.
Ah, yes. This is sacred territory.
If you make tea in the wrong order, milk first or tea first, people will judge you.
British people have big opinions on tea making. Do you boil water properly? Do you warm the pot? Do you leave the tea bag in too long?
I once microwaved tea and Kate almost left me.
I did not almost leave you, but I did reconsider the future.
Microwaving tea is apparently a cultural crime.
I support cultural justice.
Tea has rules, but coffee has snobs.
Haha, yes. Coffee lovers can be very serious. They talk about beans, roast levels, grind size, water temperature.
There are people who say, I only drink single origin beans from a volcano grown by monks.
And if you say you like instant coffee,
They look at you like you said you eat soup with a fork.
tea has purists too. People who refuse tea bags and only drink loose leaf tea.
And they swirled it very dramatically.
Both groups are adorable. Passion makes life fun.
In English, tea time and coffee break feel very different emotionally.
Yes, tea time is slow, peaceful, almost elegant. You sit down, you relax, you breathe.
A coffee break is fast, energetic, like a small break between battles.
Tea time, calm. Coffee break, fuel.
And I love both depending on the day.
One thing I love about living in the UK is afternoon tea. Little sandwiches, small cakes, hot tea. It's so gentle and civilized.
Afternoon tea feels like time stops for a moment. It's a mini escape.
Meanwhile, in Italy, espresso culture is the opposite. People drink tiny, powerful coffees in 3 seconds while standing.
Yes, Italian espresso is like, boom, done. Next.
No sitting, no chatting, no thinking, just caffeine.
Tea is a slow hug. Espresso is a fast punch.
But friendly.
When you look at it emotionally, tea and coffee serve different moods. Tea equals comfort, softness, reflection. Coffee equals motivation, energy, clarity.
Yes, when I feel tired, I drink coffee. When I feel sad, I drink tea.
When I feel overwhelmed, tea helps me slow down. When I feel lazy, coffee helps me start.
They're like two emotional tools.
Tea is for the heart. Coffee is for the brain.
Perfect balance.
Sociologists talk about third places, places outside home and work where people gather.
Yes, and cafes are the modern version of that. They're warm, safe, and open.
People study there, date there, relax there, hide from responsibilities there.
Tea houses, too, especially in Asian cultures. They're social spaces, but peaceful.
Tea spaces feel like meditation. Coffee spaces feel like creativity.
Both help people feel connected.
Something funny is how weather totally changes what you drink. When it's cold outside, tea becomes the emotional hero.
Yes, suddenly everyone wants something warm, something soft. People say things like, I just want a warm drink, or I need something cozy.
And in winter, tea feels like a blanket.
Meanwhile, in summer, iced coffee becomes a personality.
Yes, iced coffee drinkers in summer look unstoppable. They're glowing, they're powerful, they're hydrated, kind of.
And bubble tea gets its moment too. Every summer street in Asia becomes a bubble tea festival.
People walk around holding giant cups of brown sugar milk tea like it's treasure.
Bubble tea has fans, loyal fans.
Something I love is how people sometimes identify with their drink. Like they'll say, I'm a tea person, or I'm definitely a coffee person.
Yes, it's almost like a personality type.
Tea person equals calm, romantic, introspective. Coffee person equals driven, energetic, dramatic.
Dramatic?
Yes, you drink 3 coffees a day. You live dramatically.
I accept this.
Drinks become part of lifestyle. People decorate their kitchen around their drink. Tea lovers buy cute cups, ceramic pots, glass teapots. Coffee lovers buy machines, grinders, scales.
Big equipment energy. Coffee lovers are basically engineers.
Tea lovers are basically poets.
Another real-life thing is how bodies react differently. Some people can drink strong coffee at midnight and sleep like a baby.
Yes, I don't understand those humans.
And some people drink half a cup and immediately get shaky.
I'm in that group. 1 coffee and I start hearing colors.
And tea drinkers often say, coffee is too strong for me, or my stomach can't handle it.
But also, some people can't drink strong tea, like black tea keeps them awake.
Everyone has their sensitivity level. It's like spice. Some people can eat spicy hot pot, some cry eating mild salsa.
When you think about it, tea and coffee are excuses to connect. It's not about the drink, it's about the moment.
Yes, when someone says, let's grab a coffee, they really mean, I want to see you. I enjoy your company. I want time with you.
Same with tea. When someone says, come over and have some tea, they're offering safety, comfort, presence.
Tea equals emotional closeness. Coffee equals social connection.
Drinks are invitations to friendship.
You know what's cool? Tea and coffee smells are powerful memory triggers.
Yes, the smell of fresh coffee reminds people of mornings, comfort, work, travel.
It makes you feel like something is starting.
And tea smell reminds people of home, childhood, family, quiet evenings.
Tea says you're safe. Coffee says you're alive.
We all know the feeling of drinking too much coffee.
The moment when you realize you're vibrating.
Your heart is beating fast, your thoughts are running like a movie at 2x speed. You regret everything.
And you start texting people weird things like, I cleaned my whole apartment, or I have 8 ideas right now.
Meanwhile, tea never gives you that drama. Tea says, shh, calm down.
People usually drink tea at night and coffee in the morning, and there's a reason.
Yes, caffeine logic. Coffee wakes you up, tea winds you down.
Herbal tea especially, chamomile, peppermint, ginger, they're calming, relaxing.
Herbal tea drinkers at night are on a healing journey.
Yes, the water's hot, the lights are soft, the mood is calm. You're basically doing emotional therapy.
Let's talk about how different countries treat tea and coffee differently.
Sure, Japan, tea is tradition, respect, quietness. China, tea is connection, hospitality, culture. Taiwan, tea is creativity, bubble tea, fun.
UK, tea is emotion, comfort, crisis helper. US, coffee is energy, productivity, strength. Italy, coffee is speed and flavor. France, coffee is elegance and pleasure.
It's amazing how one drink can be so many things in different places.
Tea and coffee are like languages. They express different things depending on the culture.
So the big question, which one is better, tea or coffee?
The answer is yes.
Both.
Tea for the heart, coffee for the mind.
Tea for feelings, coffee for action.
Tea for slowing down, coffee for starting up.
Both drinks help us live, connect, rest, work, love, think, feel.
There's no winner. They're partners.
So today we talked about tea, coffee, culture, comfort, identity, and how drinks say so much about who we are.
Yes, and how a small drink can bring people together, start friendships, calm the heart, or wake up the mind.
Whether you're a tea person, a coffee person, or both, we're glad you're here with us.
Grab your favorite drink, whatever it is, and spend a moment with yourself today.
And maybe share a cup with someone you love.
Bye.